Burbank with a Burdica. Don't actually know how to pronounce that. Part 3. So we're still looking at the line descending at a small hotel. And Stephen Sartre. On his French death certificate, his name is written as Cornelius Etienne Sartre. I think Etienne means star. And I wondered, with that Cornelius, is that linked to Coriolanus, who I was making jokes about yesterday? So to do with this castle, Drachenberg, the von Drachenfels family was first mentioned in 1467 with the Henricus Drachenfeld among the vassals of the Teutonic Order. So there was, in that area, an old castle that was in ruins. I need to look into that a bit more. So this area is mentioned in Lord Byron's poem Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. Thus on the banks of thy majestic Rhine, there Harold gazes on a work divine, a blending of all beauty, streams and dales, fruit, foliage, crag, wood, cornfield, mountain, vine, and chiefless castles breathing stern farewells. From grey but leafy walls where ruin greenly dwells. We had ruins in Eliot's poem, multiple references to mountain, common words for poetry, I know. And then a German poem by an August Mommsen, The Castled Crag of Drachenfels. It starts, far into the open Rhine field threatens the tower-croned dragonstone, the broad breast of the waters swells. So this dragonstone, Drachenfels, linked to this idea of a stone that fell from heaven, perhaps. The castle, Wikipedia tells me, served as the inspiration for Schloss Drache. I don't know how to say that. In the James Bond novel, Never Send Flowers by John Gardner. There's a Gardner reference again. So in that book, Flicker, a Swiss agent, says the MI5 agent March, who was killed, her last boyfriend was David Dragonpol. So interesting reference to the dragon and the castle. He retired to his castle on the River Rhine. It's quite lengthy, the description, but Flicker tells Bond about the Swiss police's suspicions of Dragonpol as a terrorist. But the final clue, sorry for plot spoiler, is Mieve Dragonpol's interest in hybrid roses. Sartre's father was Johann Gottfried Sartre, who all I found about him so far is that he had to give up the Inn zum Helm, but I couldn't find any more information about that. Princess Volupine arrived. So earlier we had Elizabeth I, the abbess, linked to being the princess of the empire. Volupine has been linked to voluptarius, pleasure, someone who indulges in luxury, also a sybarite. In mythology, Sybaris or Lamia was a cave-dwelling beast killed by Eurybatus, and a fountain sprang up where it was killed. Lamia was associated with being a night-haunting spirit, so it reminds me of like succubus and Lilith. Originally a queen of Libya who had several of Zeus's kids, but as usual, Hera wasn't pleased and the children were killed. There were different versions of how, and then Lamia went around killing other people's kids. But it made me think about Newt eating the stars. I will continue.